Hello guys, it's your African skincare sister. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about sunscreens. They are the most important part of skincare. Like, they do so much more than we actually think or know. They protect our skin, so they are very important, and we should all be using sunscreen. And don't say because you are black you don't need sunscreen, because black don't crack. Black cracks, it just takes time, but when it finally cracks, it cracks mercilessly. So that is why you need a sunscreen, boo. You need sunscreen. So sunscreens contain UV filters, which protects the skin by absorbing and sometimes reflecting the UV radiation from the sun. This UV radiation are categorized into UVA, UVB, and UVC. The UVC doesn't get closer to us on Earth, but the UVB and the UVA get closer to us. UVA is the one that ages us, the UV that ages us. UV simply means ultraviolet, like you can just say in the name, ultraviolet. It is violent with our skin, so we have to kind of like block it. Yeah, so that is what UV filters do. These UV filters kind of like create a shield or a barrier on our skin and protect us from these damages caused by the UVA and the UVB. So the UVA, as I said, causes the aging in our skin, and the UVB is the one that causes the burning. But for somebody like me who is very dark, I won't see the effect of UVB. But if you are lighter or you are a white person, you will notice that when you stay in the sun for so long, you tend to look redder or darker. That is because you are burnt. The UVB is burning your skin. It's not as dangerous as the UVA, which is the most dangerous, because it actually penetrates your skin and destroys your skin cells and even DNA. So you need sunscreen every time. Apply your sunscreen. And to know that you are applying enough sunscreen, there is a 2-finger rule method that is kind of like very easy. I would have tried to do it right now, but I'm filming at 4:00 a.m. and the sun is not even yet out, so I can't waste that amount of sunscreen. And recently there are new UV chemical filters that are out, and these ones are really good and better than the old ones that we have. For example, Tinostop S, which has both UVA and UVB protection. It's just great. That's like my favorite UV filter, honestly. So without further ado, let's just go right into the video. These are the sunscreens. So let's not waste time. Let's go straight into it. This is the first one, and this is a mineral sunscreen. I actually have a full review on this, on how it looks. I made a full video. I'll link it here so you can watch it. Short story, it gave me a white cast, not a big one, just a little bit, but like it was visible. When I applied, people were telling me my face looks white, what is on your face? So that is the only problem I had with this. If not, I would say I will repurchase it. But if you have a lighter shade, or you are white, or I don't know, biracial, whatever, this will be great for you. The only concern is that it has alcohol and a lot of essential oils. So if you have sensitive skin, you might want to be a little bit cautious here, because it can sensitize your skin. But as well as the bad side, it also has very good ingredients such as Centella asiatica extract, cactus water extract, hyaluronic acid, and aloe leaf juice, which kind of like makes this a very wonderful formula as well, because all these ingredients are hydrating and they soothe your skin. So this is a very wonderful formula in my opinion. But just a white cast, maybe I'll get it and use it when I'm indoor or in the house. So that is the only problem I had with this sunscreen. You can watch the video, you will see what I mean. And if you have dry skin, this will be great because it has a matte finish. It kind of looks dry on your skin, and I like that feeling because I have combination skin. But if you have a dry skin, your skin will look drier, because this will give you a matte finish, and I don't think you will appreciate that look if you have dry skin already, because the essence of having a matte skin is having like a kind of like dry, no oil kind of feeling. So this won't be it for you. The next sunscreen I want to talk about is this. It's called Inuya. The brand is called Inuya. It's a French brand, and one of the founders of this brand is a Senegalese. That is just like, wow, that's what actually made me buy this, because somebody, an African brother, actually being the founder of this brand kind of like made me buy this sunscreen, and now it's like one of my favorites honestly, and I can't wait to buy more of this. It is very moisturizing. In fact, it is the most moisturizing sunscreen I've ever used. It gives you that kind of luxurious experience, you know. It's so, let me show you how it looks. So this is it. It's so nice on the skin. Like, I don't use moisturizer when I use this because it's already moisturizing. Even if you have dry skin, I think this will do, because it's just so nice. And it doesn't give you any white cast. That is the aim of this sunscreen, because it says that it is for black and brown skin. I don't know if it's focusing. That is the aim. It is for brown and black skin. And the brand's aim is purposely to produce products in helping fight hyperpigmentation and dark spots. So their main goal is hyperpigmentation and dark spots correcting. Their products are all about solving this skin condition. So if you go on their sites, most of their product is all about correcting dark spots and fading hyperpigmentation. So that is what I love about this brand. It has we blacks and people of colors intentions at heart, because hyperpigmentation is the #1 skin condition black people suffer from, and people of color. So having this just kind of feels like I like their idea, I like their initiative, and I will be supporting this brand a lot. And you hear me talking more about them because I really want to try a lot of their products, since I also suffer from dark spots and hyperpigmentation as well. As this sunscreen is black skin friendly, doesn't give any white cast, it's moisturizing, and all the oohs, ahs I've said about it. It also contains vitamin D, which stimulates vitamin D receptors in our skin. So it also helps with combating vitamin D deficiency in our skin or body. And it also has vitamin E, which is an antioxidant. You will notice that antioxidants with sunscreens are the best combination ever. So when your sunscreen has antioxidant, it is another win for you, like a major win, because they work together in fighting UV rays and also free radicals. So this is like, oh, amazing. It's really amazing. So you're going to hear me talking more about this sunscreen and more products from this brand. So good. If you have dry skin, go for this. It doesn't have any sensitizing, or let me say, it doesn't have any alcohol or fragrance in it to kind of like throw you off from using it. So you'll be good. In fact, it's good for all skin type. It's good for all skin type, in my own opinion. The only downside is that it stings the eye very badly. That is my problem with it. If you are using it, be careful around the eye, because it will sting your eyes. That is one problem about chemical sunscreens. But there are some that are formulated to kind of like not sting your eyes, and I have one here. The next sunscreen I want to talk about is this one from Biore. It is the Aqua Rich Watery Essence SPF 50+ as well. And recently this sunscreen was tested among the, I mean, if you don't know, there was this scandal last year about some sunscreens not actually being SPF 50 as they say. SPF represents some protection factor. So the SPFs and the sunscreens were tested, and they were saying that they were not up to the SPF 50 that was said. But this was tested as well, and it has an SPF of 52, which actually makes this sunscreen and the SPF rating accurate. And by the way, it's a Japanese sunscreen, and it's the most popular Japanese sunscreen ever, because this is really popular. In terms of texture, this is very light and watery, like very, very water. When you apply it on your skin, it feels like you are applying water on your skin. And for me, living in a very humid environment, I live in Ghana, Africa, it kind of feels sticky, because there's so much heat and we sweat a lot, and it's like you have water in your skin, so it feels like I'm sweating, so it makes my skin feel sticky. So if you are but it's a nice sunscreen. That's the only thing I want to say about this. Apart from that, it's very great. It's a chemical sunscreen that is so nice. It has a nice texture. It goes on well on your skin, but if you have sensitive skin, you have to be careful because it has alcohol and fragrance as well in the ingredient list. So I'm not saying it's bad that you can use it. You just have to be careful, really careful. When you are using a chemical sunscreen and they have alcohol and fragrance in them, and you have a sensitive skin, you have to be careful. You have to test the sunscreen to see if your skin will like it and it won't react to it in a bad way. This is a very good one, and I'm going to repurchase this. I just finished. Let me show you how it feels. Actually, there is some in it that I can get to show you how watery it looks. You see that it looks like a gel type, water type. You see, when you apply it, it feels so watery. Like I feel like there's water on my skin, and it just disappears like fast. It's very light, honestly, very light. I like it, even though it feels kind of sticky, but it's not that sticky. Just the last sunscreen is from Laroche Posay, another French brand. This is the Laroche Posay Invisible Fluid SPF 50 plus. This is a nice sunscreen. Like, I just like this. Listen, I like the shaking and the sound. This is very milky and light in texture. In fact, it's so light and milky. When you think of this sunscreen, think of milk. Like very light. It's very light, and it doesn't give you any white cast. I mean, it's in the name, invisible. You won't see it. It's so nice. In fact, I've fallen in love. In fact, all my sunscreens, I've fallen in love with them, except for the physical one, which I don't hate, but like it's not my favorite. But like this, I've fallen in love with it so much, honestly. Like, oh, I love it. And it says that it is anti-sting. It won't sting your eyes. It hasn't stung my eyes, honestly, but sometimes when the sun is hot and you are sweating and it gets into your eyes, it can. But I'll be on the watch out for that. It's also great for those who apply makeup, because there is this process now that people use an application of sunscreen over their makeup by putting some of the sunscreen on beauty blender. I don't use makeup, so I don't have that problem of reapplying my sunscreen throughout the day. You pour some on your beauty blender and then you dab it all over your face, so it doesn't kind of like displace your makeup, your foundation, something like that. And the best sunscreens to do that is a light and milky sunscreen like this one. Yeah, so this is the type of sunscreen that will be great for a reapplication over your makeup during the day. It's light. Let me show you how it looks. Like, it's so runny. This is how it looks. You see that it's so runny. You see it's runny. It's watery. Yeah. And it doesn't give any white cast. I mean, it's a chemical sunscreen. Any chemical sunscreen that is giving white cast, I'm sorry, it's not well formulated. You see, no white cast. Chemical sunscreens are not meant to give you white cast. The only time a chemical sunscreen will give you a white cast is if it has oxybenzone in it. That's UV filter. I just don't like it because it can be, I find it irritating. I had a sunscreen like that had oxybenzone and it irritated my skin so much. So chemical sunscreen are black skin friendly. That's why I use all the ones I like. All these ones I really like them because they are, you know, they are chemical sunscreen and they don't give any white cast and they don't irritate my skin. Anyway, those are the sunscreens that I have. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. You need sunscreen. You really do. You really do. There's a video I'll put here. It's about how sunscreen, it's about how the sun looks at you and the way the sun looks at you, they use this UV camera. I don't know if that's how they call it, but like the camera is different from the normal camera we use, so it sees you the way the sun sees you. And you will see that where the lady applied the sunscreen, it looks black, and the other side just look normal. That's because when you apply your sunscreen, it creates a shield on your skin. It creates a shield, so you will notice that that's also should tell you that you should reapply your sunscreen every time, because as you apply your sunscreen right now, within the next 2 to 3 hours, it can degrade in the sun. You can be touching your face, your hair will be swiping over your face, you are dabbing your face, cleaning sweat and things like that. It's kind of like displaces your sunscreen, your UV filters in the sunscreen as well. So you have to reapply to kind of reinforce the UV filters to actually do their work. You have to help them do their work. So that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Have you used any of these sunscreens? And also, which sunscreen are you using, or have you used that's kind of like you really like and you will want me to know about, or you want to share with everyone? Let us know in the comment section. If you have any question or any topic you want me to talk about, let me know, and I'll try my best to see to it that I do so. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Au revoir.